We came in and we saw you first in the classroom, and later, subsequently, you took us to where your office was, and then the new one that you are moving to very soon. So that is to say that you are not only an actor, you are also a lecturer.
Yes.
You act, you lecture. So which started first?
The acting started first. You know, amateurly, I started from primary school when we used to do end of year, you know, send off party, you know, occasional drama productions and all that. When I got to secondary school, it was a little better, and I guess that was actually gave me the inspiration to go and read the course at the university. I read dramatic arts at the University of Ife, now Obafemi Awolowo University, and had my master's in UI. Presently, I'm also pursuing my PhD at the African Institute of African Studies. I'm studying performance studies. So it was one of my performances. You know, I came in here just for performance. That was when the theater department was about to commence, and then immediately after the theater department, you know, was approved, I was sent for by Dr. Adidina and Mr. Bengamidako. I came in for interview, and I was given the job. I actually did not intend to go to do any other thing aside from acting around us. But I was encouraged. And I'm here. You met me in the house. You can see the way I dress. Yes. I'm in my rehearsal.
We have to go and take you out of the rehearsal.
Maybe if I had known, I would have put on my special.
No, this shows that you're actually acting right now. And you are still acting. Okay. So acting and lecturing, which one takes more of your time currently?
Lecturing for now, because lecturing is my full-time job. I come here Monday to Friday. Once in a while, I go for acting during the week. That is when we are on holiday. Okay. But mostly I go on location on weekends, because Monday to Friday, you know, are those days that I used to lecture on campus. And as a civil servant, you still have to come to the office regularly. They are paying me well, so it would be unfair for me to abandon the job and then be going doing my private things. So the lecturing actually takes more time. Yeah.
Okay, when you started, you talked about starting from primary school, then to secondary school. That means those times it was you know, all these DVD, video, online things were not even present.
As at my primary, secondary school days, it was purely live shows, stage performances here and there, and we have not actually gotten into that. It was after we got to the university that the era of home video came. And then, you know, before we finished our university, actually we graduated into the video era. Yeah.
If you look at those times that you were acting on stage, when the demand was very popular for you, and that there were no other medium where you could do it, like screen and the rest of them, and now you would see, will I be correct to say that stage acting is already declining, and that there's no demand for it anymore?
No, there's demand, but there's no player. Then this is what happened. There was no demand. You know, the demand declined, and so people withdrew. Okay. That's one. The financial gain was not there. And then also, for instance, when I was young, I was not married. I didn't have any kids. no responsibility. My parents were paying my school fees. So I could afford to perform without any commercial thing. I could travel all over the place, go and perform, whether they give me anything or not. You know, the passion was still there. But as time went on, the demand, the social and economic demands, I know also it was getting stronger, and the stage performances could not really meet up with the demand. That was why most people, left. When you do a small commercial of 1 minute on the screen, you get a big money, which you may not realize on stage for 1 year. So and the film and all that. Now people started not, the demand for it also declined because of the social security situation of the country. If I'm not sure that if I drive to National Theatre, if I'm not sure that my car will come home with me, there's no point for me to go to National Theatre. So it's better for me to sit down in my bedroom and then be watching whatever it is they want to go and do at National Theatre. You understand? So because of the security situation, because of the economic situation, people are not feeding well enough. It's only when you have fed, when you have gotten enough and you have surplus, that is when you now say, okay, let me go and relax and spend so amount to go and watch so. Then theatre houses are not readily available in communities. For instance, the nearest theatre, standard theatre to this place, Badagry, is National Theatre at Igam. Those are the enabling environment is lacking, and so the demand for it went down. But now with the emergence of stand-up comedy, live show is picking up. That is why I say it's coming back. Live show is picking up, stand-up comedy. People like Opa Williams started Night of 1,000 Laughs, and it grew. Somebody like Ali Baba, A.K.A, all these people, they are really working seriously to bring back live show. And so once in a while, during festive period, you see people like Davis, Wumi Davis, Ali Baba, Opa Williams, all of them getting Motion Center, National Theatre, and all those big places. So comedy in form of live show, or live show in form of stand-up comedy is coming back, and I'm sure people are watching.
Saka on stage. Is he really that young?
I got married late, yes. Yeah.
That was about what age? Really?
Almost 40. Let's just say 40 years. I was 40 years old before I got married, and I'm just 50. So wow. It's not as if to say I'm that old. Yeah, I'm not. I'm just a young.
But even at 50, you could still do all this body exercise and all this sporting drama.
Yeah. So it's the.
Wow.
That's what I've been doing. I've not done anything for a long time as an actor, as a lecturer. I've not done anything outside the theatre. I have always been within the theatre throughout my life up till now.
Acting with you is like how old?
Acting with me is professionally. Okay. Professionally is like almost 30 years now, like 28 years professionally. But amateurly, acting is like I started doing it at age 9. That was when I was in primary school. That I used to.
So you grew up with it. I would be safe to say you grew up with.
I grew up with
acting.
it.
But at what point did you actually? They use the word blow these days. At what point did you actually blow? Saka.
Yes. You notice a house when they probably
have painted it.
Painted. I mean, when they have painted it. But something must have been done. the foundation, the wall, the plastering, the roofing, and all that before the final touch of the painting, came in. So I would rather say that it's a combination of what I have been doing. But when we talk about Saka is a screen name. Myself and Gbenga Windapo, my friend, a former head of department, is my friend, is my former head of department, and we've been together since the university days. Around 2003, when I came to Lagos, I started working here as a lecturer in 2001. So we've been together. I squat in his house. So during one of those days, we were just gisting, and then we created a TV comedy soap titled House Apart. And we sold the idea to our friend, Mr. Greg Odutayo, and his wife, Mrs. Odutayo. And they bought the idea. Greg also worked with us, during the creation, and then it was packaged and shown in about 5 television stations. That's the Fed. Later about 2005. So Saka happens to be one of the characters in House of Art, and then he became popular, and so that was it. And the character
also gave the person who played that role that label permanently.
Saka.
Exactly.
So it became popular, and that's it.
They say this Gobelian truth is as a result of lie that is not dispelled for a long time. It becomes truth if it continues to go. So is it true that you were ambassador to Etisalat?
I was not an ambassador to Etisalat.
Okay.
I've never been an
But we learned that they are in court with you.
No, they are not in court. It's all a business transaction, and that's why I wouldn't like to say much about it.
Yeah.
It's just, but the fact still remains that I wasn't an ambassador. I was a model. I was a model to an agency that was handling Etisalat account.
Okay, cool.
And I mean, even before I left Etisalat, that was what I've been telling people before deporting. I was just a model, working with the agency that is handling Etisalat's account. So it's just, whenever Etisalat has something to do, the agents call me to come and do it. There was never any direct contract or full contract, nothing like that.
So the MTN thing that later followed, are you ambassador to MTN?
Yes.
Okay,
I am.
MTN now directly contracted you as ambassador, and that is really paid off. If we can put it that way.
You see, life is not all about money.
Yes.
If I had been running after money, I am not sure my portfolio as a theatre practitioner will be as rich as it is today. I have passion for theatre. It's a profession that I love, that I do. Contrary to what many people would think, it is not the money. I like money. I need to, of course, I need to look well. I need to pay my bills. I need to take care of my children. I need to live well. Of course, I need to do all those things. But money is a very stupid spirit. If you run after it, and it looks back, it sees you are running after him, you'll be running away. But when you just stop and you call the bluff, get out, and then you are going your way, he will feel ashamed, and then he comes after you. That is the spirit of money. So, and that is the passion an average artist has for the art. Okay, So I guess that is what pays off.
And a very unfortunate one that we learned of the office that got burnt recently. Can you like give us an estimate of the things that went down?
Like I told you, money is not everything. What we have lost here in our department here is more than money. This department started about 15 years ago. You can see that I was doing something. Every semester we do at least 10 plays recorded. Aside from other recording, aside from other productions aside from other courses like community theatre, principle of directing, play creating and production, that we do in all those things, everything in the studio plus equipment and everything burnt. Even if we have the money now, we can't buy
those things back.
You understand? So because we have lost them. That's one. Our books, we travel, all those theatre books that are not readily available here in Nigeria. So whenever we travel for conferences, we bring them. We even order for journals and all that. Everything burnt. That's the departmental library. Then and offices. We are 7 in number. All our offices got burnt. The administrative office burnt. You can see the entire building burnt. Our store where we keep our flats, our material, light equipment and everything, our dimmers, everything burnt. So we really my personal office, my awards, 90% of my awards got burnt. My books, some of the things that I got prepared for my PhD, all those material and everything burnt. So we lost a lot, not in terms of money, but in terms of documents, in terms of material, in terms of things that cannot be recovered again.
So I'm just wondering, were you able to determine the cause of the fire?
No, honestly, it happened in the night. We have closed. Everybody was sleeping. And then there was a call that the department was getting burnt, and then we ran before we came here. So,
although I don't know how this will sound, but does it sound to you like it was targeted?
I do not think so. This is a very friendly environment. Everybody in the college.
Because at least your office is there. And
no, who am I? Who?
You are Saka don't pot.
It doesn't really make any meaning. I'm just a lecturer, just like any other person here. Okay. There's nothing special about. This is the department. First and foremost, I'm a teacher. What you just see in my office is just maybe little thing, and which any lecturer here can afford. You enter into any lecturers, academics is not like before, man. There's nothing special. I am not a special person here. I'm a lecturer, just like any other teacher here. Yes.
So let's just close by going into a few of personal and family things. Okay. How many children now?
We are married with 3 kids. Wives? 1 wife. I got married late. You don't expect me to get many wives unless you want me to die.
No. You actually be looking much younger. So 3 kids now.
3 kids.
Somebody asked me and I said I will ask you. He said, "Is that man an albino?" I said, "Well, I will ask."
No, I'm not an albino. I'm a light complexioned person. I'm not an albino. My parents are not as light as I am. My dad is light. He's a light complexion person. But as a farmer, the complexion didn't come out so much. But I left the village long time, and then my complexion. I was not as light as this, even as a village boy. you know. But when I came out, you know,
And then lecturing, money,
everything was just. So I'm not an albino. I'm just a light complexion
wow,
person.
interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. So most of the roles you play now, uh, are roles coming more now than before after the Saka Ports thing? I mean, in terms of roles for movies that are coming out, maybe a lot of people calling you to come and act some roles for them or play some roles for them. Are they coming more now after the
Of
Saka
course, they are
Ports
coming.
thing?
They are coming more. They are coming more. Even before the Saka Port, I've always been in the theater. I am always in the theater. Either I am writing or directing or acting. I am always in the theater. But the Saka thing, you know, just give it more. Just boosted the thing. To the glory of God, I choose the job now. It's not the jobs are running after me. I'm not running after any job now. I thank God for it. It's a grace. I want to thank God for it. It's not. I'm sure. So there are some people out there who are much better than I am. I'm so sure about it. Nigeria is a blessed country, full of potential. But God just chose some people and gave them grace. So I'm just one of the few privileged that God has given the grace. So it's not a special thing for me. From me, it's the special grace of God.
What is your assessment of Nigeria's Nollywood?
Good. It's developing, although not rapidly, not as fast as anyone can. You know, I've told you about the environment. I've told you about the availability of facilities, resources that is not really there. Okay, the support from government, the support from corporate bodies, not really there. They are just coming up gradually. So there's still room for improvement. But I must tell you, we are trying. We are trying. If we have the enabling environment, conducive environment and situation to work with, you can see that we are going to be the first in the world. So that's why I said it's going. The only problem I'm having now is that the emphasis is shifting. It's shifting from the content and quality to commercial money. Okay, benefit. If we can combine it, the quality and the content, you know, the content that have values, the ones that add positive values to the society. We have a lot of our own story, but we are not telling our stories again because we want to make money. Let's tell our own story by ourselves in our own way, as original as it is. People all over the world will appreciate it. If we can do that, and if we can just slow down a bit on the issue of money, then things will work out. And I'm very sure things have started working out. People are working, yeah. And the government is coming up. President Jonathan, you know, established a $200 million foundation.
That was so many years ago.
Yeah.
And I think they said they could not even claim that money.
We have not been able to access it. I hope one day it will be accessible. That's a step.
A step of faith.
It's a step that at least if some money is somewhere, accessing it is the problem now. So we will struggle to access it. Then if corporate bodies, see, I was told by one of my uncles that before Bob Marley died, his music to Jamaica was like petrol to Nigeria. So that means the entertainment is making it's a lot of it's a
It has
real
potential to
serious
really make
business.
big deal.
Yeah. So if corporate bodies will come in and all that, one of my friends, we gathered together. We wanted to get. I'm not going to mention any bank's name. The condition for the loan was terrible. I said, wow, this one is even tougher than telling me to go and bring my dad's head. So we just relax. So if facilities of such natures are made convenient for the artist, things will work. The industry will grow. The economy will grow. A lot of job opportunities will come. Things will come. So Nollywood is good.